How's it going? It's Room, and today I want to talk about Dragon Ball Super's returning after 8 years. And it's finally back. And this is big news, obviously, because we've been waiting such a long time for 8 years, and it's a completely new era for anime. The last time it aired was in 2018. I remember it clearly because I was in high school, and after every episode, we've always talked about it at lunch, especially the Tournament of Power. That was just a moment you just had to be there, a once in a lifetime experience, especially since there was no manga, so we had no idea where the story was going or the direction, and it's finally back after a long time. And I know that Dragon Ball Daima came out like a few years ago, last year, but for me that was just a side story, just something to help the fans eat something after not having anything for a long time. Even though Akira Toriyama was involved, rest in peace to him, but it was just a little interesting story. Just wasn't what I wanted, and I wanted the continuation of the super anime, and now we finally got that. And I don't know much about the manga, but I do know that one of the bad guys' name is Moro. I don't know much about him, but I just know that I think he's the antagonist or whatever. But I'm hyped for its return, and I'm a big fan of One Piece. It's my favorite anime, and I know that the studio behind it is the same one that's working on Dragon Ball Super, Toei Animation, and they have a lot of work to do this year with both the shows coming back, with One Piece with the Elba arc and Dragon Ball with its Galactic Patrol arc. Like I said, they have a lot of work to do to make them both as high quality as they can. Obviously, they are working on them because One Piece became seasonal now, and it seems that Dragon Ball Super is also going to be seasonal too, so they don't have to rush both the products out like they did 10 years ago. And trust me, at that time both the animes had bad animation and pacing throughout the runtime and was being made fun of. This was because the people on the top of Toei at the time cared more about quantity over quality. They just wanted the product out as fast as possible while putting in the least amount of work for most likely, obviously, money, because they still sold crazy amount of products. So why put in the work when they can just put the minimum amount of time? But that changed around 2019 when the people in charge changed, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but the new people in charge, they actually cared about the products they had and started putting in effort into the shows. But at the time, it was only One Piece, as Dragon Ball Super has been over for over a year now. So they put in the work in One Piece Wano arc, which we all know how that went. Just amazing all around. But now One Piece is going seasonal too to make it even better. But I think they are doing it to work on Dragon Ball Super's return, obviously, as that is going to be seasonal as well. If they make Dragon Ball as good or even better than Daima and One Piece, that would be amazing. I do wonder how it's going to look though. Is it going to look like the Super Anime or the Broly look, or probably the Daimas? But I do know it'll be the best Dragon Ball probably has ever looked. And I haven't even talked about the Battle of the Gods remake or remastered, whatever they're calling it, Dragon Ball Super Beerus. This is like the fourth time they are telling the story, and honestly, I'm not even that mad. Only because we are getting the return of Super confirmed already, so this is just a bonus for us, which they are making 6 episodes of the Beerus story with the updated art and animation. They are taking the old art and improving on it. I think they said there are going to be some new scenes there. It's going to be similar to what they did with the Fishman Island arc and that whole thing, which I'm looking forward to in Super. I haven't seen the Battle of Gods in a long time, so I'll be rewatching it this year when it comes out in the fall. And they are also doing something similar to the Frieza part 2, which also going to be 6 episodes. But that's all I just want to talk about, honestly. So hopefully I didn't forget anything to say. So yeah, see ya.